Hey everybody, welcome back. Sorry we didn't post a lot of videos in January. We had a lot going on in January, but we're gonna make up for it in February. Hopefully we'll post 6 or 7 videos this month. And speaking of which, we got to speak at the New Mexico Trout Conclave over the weekend, and it's a really cool event. They have it annually, and they invite some really cool people to come and share their work in the industry. A lot of times it's pretty well-known authors and stuff like that. We had given a talk for them in October, and apparently it rang well with the members, and the board invited us to come and be one of the featured speakers at the conclave this year. So we were one of the 2 featured speakers. There was about a couple hundred people, and it was a really cool experience. Hopefully we get to do more of that because it was just a blast. We shared like our film and photography stuff, but at the same time, we provided practical advice on how to fish the waters we were showcasing in our photography. Basically, we broke it up into 2 different types of segments. We broke it up into fishing freestones and then fishing tailwaters, which, 2 totally different types of waters, totally different techniques in doing well on each one. And so it was really cool. And what I thought we would do is bring some of that to our YouTube channel. I won't give you the whole talk. It's an hour-long talk, but maybe we can break up some of the video sequences that we had at the New Mexico Trout Conclave and just share them here on YouTube and see how you guys like them. If you're not sure what a freestone is, it's basically a type of water that gets its flow mainly through precipitation, so like snow melt and rain. That's basically how a freestone survives throughout the year. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll talk about, like I said, we'll hit pools first, how to fish pools, how to approach them and stuff like that. How to fish them, and in particular we're talking about dry fly, so this is getting you ready for the warmer seasons. And then for the next videos we'll jump into how to fish runs on freestones and then how to fish pockets on freestones. So hopefully it's entertaining, and let's jump into it. The first thing I'm going to do is actually get into a good position to fish this pool. There's fish feeding at the top, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep a low profile. I'm going to bend over, especially as I'm fishing the back portion first, and we're fishing the back of this pool first. And it'll be more evident why, but I'll explain real quickly. If you were to catch fish at the top first, the very top, way up top, and drag those fish through this run, you're going to ruin your chances at all the fish that are behind the fish that are at the top. So that's why we're going to focus on kind of chopping our way up this pool, and you can see that's what I'm doing. I caught that fish. That first fish was there in the back. Now that was kind of in the middle on that second fish. Now for this third fish, I'm going pretty high on this run, and that's where I saw fish feeding initially when I got to this pool. But if I'd have caught that fish first and dragged that fish through down that run, I would have ruined my chances at the fish that were behind it. Fish are facing upstream, and that's what you have to remember. I'm currently facing, my eyes are currently facing their tail. Their heads are facing upstream. And so when you drag these fish through the run, if there's fish behind that fish that I just caught there at the top, which we've already seen that there are, I caught a lot of them, then you're going to drag that fish through that run, and you're going to disturb all the fish that are behind it. Let's go over that just one more time. Let's watch the sequence one more time, because I want to point out some other things that I'm doing. One is I'm minimizing my false casting. I love casting. I'm actually a certified instructor with the IFFF, but when it comes to fishing, you want to minimize your false casting. You don't want to go crazy because you're going to line fish, you're going to spook fish. So one, minimize false casting as much as possible. Get your fly to where it needs to be with a couple of false casts. Make sure your dry fly is floating really high. I suggest powder floating for flies like alligator caddis and stimulators, because that powder floating is going to keep it floating really nice and high. So again, just to drive home that point, if I would have caught that fish first, the 2 fish I caught previous, I wouldn't have caught them. They would have been spooked, and that would have ruined my chances. So we're working our way methodically up this pool until we catch all the fish that we can in this line. And after you're done with that, you can even work left to right. When we turned the camera off on this sequence, Leonard was recording, we actually ended up catching several more fish. And it just goes to show you that in these big pools, if you work them methodically, you work them correctly, you can take 10 fish in a pool, and your numbers are really going to start soaring. See, if I'd have caught that fish initially, I'd have just totally ruined this pool. So yeah, just make sure you're fishing these pools methodically if you're after high numbers. If you're not after high numbers, by all means, just get your fly up there to where you see that first fish feeding, take your fish and move on. But if you really want to work these pools efficiently, Work them methodically from bottom to top, and you'll absolutely get more fish like that. So hopefully you got something out of that. Like I said, in the videos to come, the next 2-3 videos, we'll stay on this topic, fishing freestones, and we'll talk about the other types of water you'll encounter on freestones, which are runs and pockets, and hopefully get something out of those as well. So stay tuned. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. And like I said in the comments in previous videos, we love the interactive part of YouTube. That's one of our favorite things about it. So if you have an idea for a topic, future topic in our videos, let us know in the comments. We'll definitely read it, and we'll probably do it. As interactive as you'd like to be, we'll be right there with you. We'll see you back here again soon. Thanks.